Hi everyone, welcome to Talk Easy. Today, Catherine and Mike are diving into food idioms like piece of cake, spill the beans, and cool as a cucumber. Learn how to use these fun expressions in casual conversations and explore their unique origins.
Hey everybody, and welcome to today's deep dive.
Today we're going to be talking about food idioms.
That's right, we got a request from a listener.
Yeah, they wanted to learn more about these.
These common English expressions that have to do with food.
It's fascinating how food, something we all experience.
Right.
Yeah, it kind of finds its way into our language in these really interesting ways.
Like we were just talking before we started recording.
Yeah.
I mean, who hasn't used the phrase piece of cake?
Right, or spill the beans.
Exactly.
But, have you ever really stopped to think about what they mean?
Yeah. Where do they come from?
That's what we're here for.
That's what we're going to do today.
We're going to unpack some of those mysteries.
So let's start with one of my favorites, piece of cake.
Yeah.
So common.
Yeah.
And it basically means something that's really easy to do.
Right.
One of the articles that you sent me had this great example.
Uh-huh.
It said, fixing my bike was a piece of cake. It only took 10 minutes.
10 minutes. That's impressive.
Right. But why cake?
Right.
Why not piece of pie? Why not, scoop of ice cream?
Well, thinking about it, it's probably because cake has long been associated with celebration.
Oh, that's true.
And, especially like winning.
Like a prize.
Yeah, a prize. So if you think about like old-fashioned competitions,
Oh, yeah.
maybe the winner would get a cake.
Okay.
And often those competitions were pretty simple.
Oh, so the prize was easy to win.
Exactly. So from the beginning, cake was linked with ease.
Okay, that makes sense.
And, when we think about it, we still use piece of cake in that same way.
Right.
To project confidence.
Okay.
And ease. Like imagine you're presenting a complex project to a client,
Uh-huh.
and at the end you say, don't worry, this part's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
You're not just saying it's easy, you're also subtly saying, I've got this.
Oh, it's like you're establishing your expertise without being like, I'm the expert.
Exactly. It's a power move disguised as a casual phrase.
I like that. A power move.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about cake. Now let's talk about another phrase.
Okay.
That involves food.
Let's do it.
Spill the beans.
Oh, yeah.
So this one's all about secrets.
Secrets and revealing them.
Right.
Maybe a little too early.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever been in a situation where someone almost spilled the beans?
Oh, all the time.
Or actually did?
Yes, definitely.
About something important?
It happens.
It does.
It can really change the dynamics of a situation.
Totally. I remember one time someone spilled the beans about my surprise birthday party.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was kind of a bummer.
I bet that was disappointing.
Yeah, it was. So spill the beans basically means to reveal a secret.
Right, to let something out that was supposed to be kept quiet.
Yeah, but why beans?
Yeah, yeah. It's funny how we use these like everyday objects to represent these really abstract concepts, like why beans for secrets.
Yeah, was there some kind of like ancient bean mishap that gave rise to this saying?
There might have been. I mean, one theory is that it's connected to ancient Greek voting systems where they used different colored beans to represent different votes.
Okay.
So imagine you accidentally spilled a container of voting beans.
Oh.
You'd be revealing the election results?
You would be spoiling the election.
Before anyone was supposed to know.
Oh, that's like the ultimate spoiler alert.
It is. It's like the OG spoiler alert.
I like that.
So spill the beans really captures that idea of prematurely revealing information.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay.
So from piece of cake, something easy,
Yeah.
to spill the beans, which can really complicate things.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I want to talk about someone who's probably used to hearing secrets.
Okay.
The big cheese.
The big cheese.
Yeah, and let's be honest, we all know someone who thinks they are the big cheese.
Absolutely.
But in general, this idiom refers to someone who's important.
Right. The person in charge.
A leader, a person with influence.
Yeah, often in a position of authority.
Yeah, like I was reading in one of these articles that said, at the event, everyone was trying to impress the big cheese, the company's CEO.
Yeah, that makes sense. CEOs are often the big cheese in a company.
Yeah, they do have the final say in a lot of things.
Right.
But why cheese? Why is cheese associated with power and importance?
Well, it's actually a pretty interesting story. It seems like it started with this Persian word chiz.
Chiz.
Yeah, which just means thing.
Okay.
And somehow over time it got adopted into English and paired with cheese.
Okay.
Which, back in the day, cheese was considered a luxury.
Oh, that's interesting.
A symbol of status.
Okay.
So chiz became cheese, and cheese became the metaphor for power.
It's amazing how language evolves like that.
It really is. It's like this constant evolution of meaning.
Okay.
And it makes you think, who are the big cheeses in your life?
That's a good question.
Yeah, who are the people you look up to?
At work in your community. Yeah, even among your friends.
It is interesting to think about those dynamics.
It is. It's like this unspoken hierarchy.
Yeah, and sometimes it shifts.
It does.
Yeah, okay, so we've talked about piece of cake. Yeah.
Spill the beans and the big cheese.
3 great idioms.
They are.
Yeah.
And now I want to talk about one that's all about keeping your cool.
Okay,
Even when things get a little crazy.
let's hear it.
Cool as a cucumber.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, it's such a nice visual image.
It is.
It basically means staying calm and composed.
Right, even in difficult situations.
Yeah.
Like, one of the sources you sent me said, despite the chaos, she stayed cool as a cucumber and handled everything smoothly.
That's a great example.
Yeah, she didn't let the pressure get to her.
No, she did not.
And it's funny that we use a cucumber to represent that.
Why a cucumber, though?
Well, if you think about it, cucumbers are literally cool to the touch
Oh, that's true.
because of their high water content.
Okay, so it's like a natural cooling system.
Exactly. And it's the perfect metaphor for someone who doesn't sweat the small stuff.
That's a good point.
So I guess the question is,
Yeah.
what does staying cool look like in different situations?
That is a good question.
Is it about, appearing unflappable in a crisis? Or is it more about that quiet confidence when you're facing a personal challenge?
I like that.
What do you think?
What helps people stay cool?
Yeah, when things get heated.
Yeah, when things get tough. That's a really good question.
It is, isn't it?
I think for me, staying cool is about taking a step back.
Yeah.
Just assessing the situation before reacting.
Right.
It's so easy to just get caught up in the moment.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when you're under pressure.
Yeah.
Things are moving fast.
Yeah. But sometimes you just need to take a breath and remind yourself
Yeah.
that it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, exactly. And that reminds me of another idiom.
Okay.
Don't bite off more than you can chew,
Oh, yeah.
which is kind of about recognizing our limits
Right.
and not overcommitting ourselves.
Totally.
Because, when we do that,
Uh-huh.
that's when we start to feel overwhelmed.
Yeah. And anything but cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've definitely been there.
I think we all have at some point.
Like trying to juggle too many projects at once.
Yeah.
Saying yes to every request.
Right.
And then just feeling completely burned out.
Yeah, you end up spreading yourself too thin.
Exactly. And
Oh.
it's not sustainable.
No, it's not. And that's why that idiom.
Don't bite off more than you can chew.
Exactly.
It's such a good reminder.
It is. It's about pacing ourselves,
Yeah.
and being realistic about what we can handle.
Totally.
Sometimes it's better to just focus on a few things.
Yeah.
And do them really well.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly.
Okay, so speaking of things that are valuable,
Okay.
one of the articles you sent me
Yeah.
mentioned the phrase bread and butter.
Oh, yeah. Bread and butter.
Yeah, as a way to describe someone's livelihood.
Right. Their main source of income.
Yeah, like teaching is my bread and butter.
Exactly the thing that puts food on the table.
It's so interesting how that phrase
Yeah.
really captures those essentials.
Yeah. The things that sustain us.
And I guess it makes sense.
Uh-huh.
When you think about it historically,
Yeah.
bread and butter
Yeah.
were like staple foods for centuries,
Absolutely.
providing basic nourishment for people.
Yeah. From all walks of life.
Yeah, so it's not just about earning a living.
Right.
It's about those foundational elements
Exactly.
that keep us grounded.
Yeah, it's about those core needs.
I like that.
It's about the simple things.
Yeah, but then there's that other side
Oh, yeah.
of wanting to have it all,
Okay.
to have your cake and eat it too.
Ah, yes, a classic dilemma.
Right. It's that age-old tension of wanting two things
Yeah.
that are mutually exclusive.
They just can't coexist.
No, you can't have both.
But it's so tempting to try.
It is.
We want it all.
We do.
Like staying up late to binge watch our favorite show,
Uh-huh.
but also wanting to wake up feeling refreshed and energized.
Or indulging in a giant slice of chocolate cake,
Oh, yeah.
but also wanting to fit into our favorite jeans.
You can't always have both,
You really can't.
but it's human nature to want it all.
Yeah, I think that's why that idiom,
Yeah.
have your cake and eat it too,
Right.
is so relatable.
Well, it is. It's that tension between desire and reality.
Yeah,
Wanting it all and accepting that sometimes we have to make choices.
that's a good point.
It's about priorities.
It is about priorities.
Speaking of choices, it's interesting how different languages
Yeah.
have their own unique idioms.
Yeah, it's like a window into another culture.
It is. It's like a linguistic puzzle.
And sometimes those phrases don't translate directly.
No, they don't.
Yeah, but even within our own language,
Right.
there are some food idioms that can be a bit puzzling.
Yeah, for sure.
Like chew the fat.
Chew the fat. Yeah, what does that even mean?
I know, it just sounds kind
Kind of gross.
Yeah.
Like, who actually chews fat?
it doesn't sound very appetizing.
No, it doesn't. But as it turns out,
Okay.
it has a surprisingly social origin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it goes back to a time when people would gather
Uh.
and snack on these pieces of salted pork fat while they were chatting and catching up.
So the act of chewing the fat
Yeah,
became associated with casual conversation.
exactly like shooting the breeze.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Yeah,
So it's like a linguistic time capsule.
it is. It gives us a glimpse into the past.
It makes you wonder what future generations
Yeah.
will make of our modern day slang.
Oh, it's a good question.
You know, maybe binge watching or doom scrolling
Right.
will become the idioms of tomorrow.
The idioms of the future
Yeah.
reflecting our digital age.
Yeah. But for now,
Yeah,
let's savor these food idioms that we have
absolutely.
and appreciate how they connect us
Yeah.
to the past, to the present,
And maybe even the future.
and to each other.
Exactly. They're a shared language
They are.
that we all understand.
Okay, so as we continue to explore
Yeah.
this world of food idioms,
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious,
Yeah.
what resonates most with you?
Yeah, what are your favorites?
Which ones do you use
Yeah.
in your everyday life?
Yeah, in your everyday conversations.
That's a great question, and it actually reminds me of another idiom,
Oh,
food for thought.
food for thought. I like that.
Yeah, it's not directly related to food,
Right.
but it perfectly captures
Yeah.
that feeling of having something to ponder.
To digest.
Exactly, as
Yeah.
we delve deeper.
Up to these linguistic delights.
Exactly, and I think that's what's been so fun
Yeah.
about today's deep dive.
It has been fun.
It's like we're peeling back the layers
Yeah.
of language
Uh-huh.
to reveal these hidden meanings
And connections.
and connection.
It's like we're doing a deep dive
We are.
into the deep dive.
I like that.
A meta deep dive.
We need to come up with a better name for that.
We do.
Yeah, it really is a meta deep dive.
And a deep dive. I like it.
We'll workshop it.
I do.
But it really is amazing
Yeah.
how these like simple expressions can spark these like really insightful conversations.
It's true. It's like we're uncovering
Yeah,
these hidden layers of meaning.
like a linguistic archaeological dig.
I like that.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up our deep dive today,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with one final thought.
Okay.
You know, we've explored all these different food idioms. We've talked about where they come from,
Right.
what they mean, how they're used.
Yeah.
But now the question is,
Yeah.
how can you use this knowledge
Right.
to make your own communication
Yeah.
more colorful, more confident, more engaging?
Like, could you sprinkle a few pieces of cake into your next presentation?
Exactly. Or maybe you'll be inspired to call out the big cheese in your life.
Ooh, yeah. But maybe do it playfully.
Of course, playfully.
Yeah. We don't want to start any trouble.
No trouble, just a little linguistic fun.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And how will you stay cool as a cucumber
Right.
when you're facing a challenge?
That's the real test.
It is.
Because these idioms,
Yeah.
they're not just about sounding clever.
Right.
They're about tapping into this shared understanding.
There's like cultural connection.
Yeah, exactly. It's a way of connecting with others on a deeper level.
I think that's what makes it so fascinating.
It is fascinating.
You know, food idioms aren't just about food.
No, they're not.
They're about life.
Yeah.
They reflect our relationships,
Yeah.
our work, our challenges, our triumphs.
That's like a secret code
Yeah.
that we all
A
understand
way of adding flavor.
and depth
Yeah.
to our everyday conversations.
I like that. So well said.
Well, thank you.
So as we say goodbye for now,
Yeah,
we encourage you to keep exploring this world of idioms.
absolutely. And not just food idioms.
Right. All idioms.
All the colorful expressions
Yeah.
that make language so rich and so nuanced.
And if you have a favorite food idiom that we didn't get to today,
Yeah.
or maybe a funny story about a time you used one,
In real life.
we'd love to hear from you.
We would.
Share your linguistic adventures with us.
On social media.
Yeah. Or drop us an email.
We're always hungry for more.
Bon appetit.
Until next time, happy idiom hunting.